Hello. Today I'll be going over max consecutive ones. The problem reads as follows. Given a binary array, find the maximum number of consecutive ones in this array. We're given an example array here in which the maximum number of consecutive ones are 3 here. So we return 3. Now I like to demonstrate my approach for this. So my basic strategy is that I'm going to maintain 2 counters, which I have here, current maximum, final maximum. I abbreviated current maximum CM, final maximum FM. So I'll maintain 2 counter. First counter will count the number of ones, so CM will count number of ones. The second counter will count maximum number of ones, which is FM here. So let's traverse through the example area I have here, and let's see how the strategy will work to count the maximum number of ones. I'm using a for loop to read each number from start to the end, and I'm just going to be incrementing every time I see one in the array. I'm going to increment the current maximum and final maximum, and every time I see a 0, I will reset current maximum to 0. Final maximum I will not reset. So let's see how this plays out. So I equals to 0, 0th index. That is 0, array start with 0 index, so 0th index would be indicating to the first element in the array, which is 1. So let's see how we can understand this program. So when I equals to 0, nums of I is 1. Our element is 1. So nums of I would be 1. Okay, so I equals to 0, nums of I equals to 1. So we're going to increment current maximum to 1. Currently it's 0 because we're beginning the program. So current maximum is 1 now because nums of I equals to 1 in our if condition here. And final maximum will also be 1. It's 0, it will be 1 now. So I just want to point out here, what this means here is that math.max, it just returns the greater of any number of given values. So we're giving it 2 values, the value of current maximum and final maximum. So they're both 1 right now. So it's just going to return 1. So that's what that's doing. Okay. And now we go to the next element. I equals to 1 now. So we are here. We have number 1 again as an element. So I equals to 1. And nums of I is 1 again. Current maximum was 1 from our previous count of 1. Now current maximum will be 2. Final maximum is also 2. Now I equals to 2. So we encounter a 0. So I equals to 2. And nums of I does not equal to 1 right now. It equals to 0. So what do we do when we encounter a 0? Well, we have a condition here for 0. So we have a condition for 1. So basically anytime we don't see a 1, we come out of our if condition here and we go to our else, which is basically if I don't see a 1, then reset current maximum to 0. So that's what we're going to do. Current maximum was 2 from the previous iteration. Now it's going to be reset to 0 because we encountered a 0 in our array. And our final maximum will still be 2 because, as I had said, we don't reset final maximum. Only the current maximum is reset. Okay, so now I equals to 3, which is the element 1. So nums of I is 1. Current maximum would be 1 now. And final maximum would be 2. So previously we had final maximum of 2 from the ones here. So it's still 2, and current maximum is 1. So it will take the larger value, the mat.max. So 1 comma 2, it'll just take the 2. It didn't see a greater value than what it had. So now I equals to, oops, I'm sorry, I have I equals to 3 here. Now I equals to 4, and we see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I equals to 4, we're right here, and nums of I is 1. So we increment current maximum from 1 to 2, and final maximum is still 2. Because notice our program would go here, current maximum 2, final maximum 2, they're equal, just going to return 2. And now we're at our final element, which is I equals to 5. I equals to 5 now, and nums of I is 1 again. Current maximum would now be 3. So now we would have for our final maximum mat.max, CM is 3, and final maximum was 2. So it's going to take the larger of the 2, so it would be a 3 also for final maximum. And notice we have reached to the end of our array, so we come out of our for loop here and we return the final maximum, which is 3. So I'm going to run this on Leetcode. I have the program right here. Let's run it. Let's accept it. Let's submit it. So there you have it. Should you have any questions or further clarifications, please comment them below. I'll be sure to address them. And if you found me helpful and relevant, I would love it if you subscribe. Thank you.